When I realized that my childhood best friend was destined to fall for the poor transfer student and eventually kill me. To survive, I faked my own death. Before jumping into the ocean, I left him a single text message: "I saw her touch your hand today. It's so dirty. I'm never seeing you again." He was absolutely devastated. He threw himself into the sea multiple times, just trying to find my remains. Meanwhile, I was already on a private jet, flying out of the country. 5 years later, I figured he and the transfer student had probably gotten their happily ever after, and it was time for me to return home and inherit my family's billions. I never expected that on the very night I returned, he would lock me up in a cliffside mansion. The man who was always so proud, aloof, and untouchable slowly peeled off his gloves. He dropped to his knees in front of me, almost pathologically obsessed, intertwining his fingers with mine and kissing my hands relentlessly. "Chloe, I'm not dirty. From now on, no one but you will ever touch me." Asher Vance and I grew up together. Since I was a little girl, I firmly believed that we would get married when we grew up, and live happily ever after like a princess in a fairy tale. Unfortunately, fairy tales are just fairy tales, and I wasn't the princess. During our junior year of high school, a transfer student joined our class. She had jet black hair, snow white skin, and a gentle, radiant smile. She even talked to stray animals. Without a doubt, she was the real princess. I leaned against the windowsill, looking down at Mia Harper chatting with a bird in the courtyard. Asher stopped behind me, his tone slightly icy. "It's PE class. Why aren't you downstairs yet?" He had loved bossing me around since we were kids. From what I ate and wore, to my grades and my friends. Because of this, my parents absolutely adored him. After all, what parent wouldn't love a straight A student who helped keep their own rebellious kid in line? I was used to his strictness, but sometimes I still pushed back. Like a rebellious teenager defying a parent. I pointed at Mia down below and asked, "Look at her. Don't you think she's interesting?" Asher followed my gaze and calmly delivered his verdict. "Lunatic. But I think she's fascinating." I turned around, testing the waters. "What if I became friends with her?" "Idiot." He dropped those 2 words coldly and walked away. I knew that meant my proposal was rejected. However, I never could have imagined that just 1 month later, he would be gripping my wrist, forcing me to apologize to Mia. His grip was so tight it left red marks. It hurt. No matter how hard I struggled, I couldn't shake him off. Mia was half kneeling on the ground, her clothes dirty and her knees scraped. "What happened to you?" I asked.